welcome back to my channel. My name's Allison if you're new here, and welcome to Wonderland. Today we're going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag. I know it's a little past mid-year, but Emma Books just did this because I really wanted to do this tag and I just didn't have time when it was going around really popular, and then she did it and I was like, you know what the heck, I'm gonna do it as well. Two things before we get started. Number one is thank you so much to everyone who gave likes and comments to my book trailer and my book cover. If you missed it, here it is. That is Dark Radiance book cover. I'm in love with it. There's no words to describe that book cover. It's been a long time planning and getting it made, but thank you so much for that. And the second thing is I'm going to Book Net Fest. If you don't know what Book Net Fest is, it's a book convention, a book and author convention in Orlando, Florida, and some of your favorite authors and bookish people from the internet are going to be there. I'm so excited because I'm speaking on a panel. I'm speaking on a panel with all of these lovely ladies. I'm so excited to go to Book Net Fest. If you are there, come say hi to me. I really want to talk to you and meet new people in the book community. And I'm spilling water everywhere. And I just really want to see you. So let me know down below if you're going to Book Net Fest. And if you're not, let me know your answers to these questions if you have any. So let's just get on into the tag because it's a long one. First question in this tag is the best book of 2019, and this is one that I just recently finished, like literally 4 hours ago, and I can't even describe it. It was one of my most anticipated reads in the last couple months. I follow the author online. I've been following her writer's journey, and that is Serpent and Dove, and let me tell you, this book is so good. It comes out on September 3rd, so you need to go get it. I can't even describe how good this is. It's about a girl named Lou, and she's trying to hide that she's a witch because in this world, being a witch is a bad sign to the church and just the people around. Witches aren't viewed very highly in this society, so Lou is undercover and she's trying not to let anyone know she's a witch. And to hide that, she gets married to a guard that works for the church and the kingdom. And it's all about that. I love Lou as a character, and I honestly love all the characters, but I love this world. And I haven't read a good witch book in a long time, but let me tell you, you're going to want to read Serpent and Dove because this fantasy book is just, it's perfect. And if you read it while listening to Season of the Witch by Lana Del Rey, it's perfection. Just do it. Second question is the best sequel of 2019, and I have to go with Twisted Gift by Jessie Elliott. If you have not hopped onto the Twisted train, let me tell you, you're gonna want to get on it. It's a romance novel and it's new adult, and they are so good. I love the main characters, Aurora and Tristan, and this sequel topped the first book. I loved the first book, but Twisted Gift is just like another level, and it's just so good. I love it so much. Number 3 is a new 2019 release that you haven't read yet. Now I'm very ashamed of this. Don't judge me. I'm sorry, but I still have not read Queen of Air and Darkness. I haven't had time. Like, I literally have not had time to sit down and dive into that world, even though I know I will love it, and Emma and Jules are my favorite couple and like characters, and the Blackthorns are just, I need to read it. I know I'm ashamed of it. I don't want to talk about it anymore, and I'm going to finish this book before 2019 ends. Number 4 is your most anticipated release. Now this one comes out next month, but I've been so excited for this release for months now, ever since it was announced and ever since I finished the first book, and that is Seeker by Kim Chance, another fellow author tuber on the platform. I'm so excited for Seeker, and I can't wait to devour it and read it all. I actually have an arc of it that I just recently got, so I am going to be reading that as my next book to read. I actually want to read Keeper and then Seeker so I can like marathon them out, because that's my favorite way to read series. I like to marathon them. That's why I have not read all of the Throne of Glass series, because I want to marathon them, and now they're done. So yeah, I'm very excited for Seeker. I can't believe this series is going to be over. I'm not really ready for it to be completely over, but I am very excited for Seeker and what's to come. Number 5 is the biggest disappointment of 2019. I hate this. I hate having disappointing books, and I know it's just a part of it, but I hate talking about them. And my most disappointed book was The Missing Season. Now, I did get this book as an ARC, and I'm always grateful for ARCs, but The Missing Season to me just lacked what they were marketing. They were marketing it as this creature that was taking children in the dead of October, and the new girl moves in and she hears about the mumbler. That's what the creature was called, I think. And yeah, I wasn't impressed by it. I wasn't thrilled by it because the mumbler wasn't in it a lot. So I just really was disappointed. It wasn't a bad book, but it just wasn't my favorite. Number 6 is the book that was the biggest surprise for you this year. And that actually is Again But Better by Christine Riccio. I didn't think I wouldn't like it. I just didn't know if I would love it as much as I did. And I really did love this book. I think it was the perfect time for me personally to read it because I'm about the same age as the main character. I'm going through the same life things as the main character. So I really connected with that, and I really loved just the story overall and the twist in it. I also participated and helped out with my Barnes & Noble book club, so that was super fun. If you don't go to the Barnes & Noble YA book clubs, I highly suggest it because they're always super fun. My store does like games and snacks, and I just highly suggest checking out your local Barnes & Noble YA book club at least once. Sorry, off track. But I was very surprised at how much I loved this contemporary, because usually contemporaries aren't my favorite. So yeah, Again But Better by Christine Riccio. If you haven't read it and you are in college and you want some light and fluffy and fun with little darkness of a book, I would highly suggest Again But Better. Number 7 is your favorite new author. Now, I might be a little biased because I'm friends with her, but Elodie Ivor, if you have not read The Violet Theory, go read it because it's so good. And When the Blackbird Sings is coming out next year, and I'm so excited for that. But Elodie is just so sweet, so kind, and her writing is phenomenal. I think she's writing a dark fantasy right now is what I've heard, centered in Paris, and I'm so excited about that. Go follow her socials. I don't know, I love when I can connect with an author and love their writing and their books. So Elodie, I love her so much. Go follow her, she's wonderful. Go read The Violet Theory. Yeah. Number 8 is your new fictional crush. Now, I have a lot of fictional boyfriends. It's just kind of a thing. I can't help it. I'm kind of a hoe for the fictional boyfriends, and so this was really hard. I went back and forth between 3, and finally I realized the one that came first deserves the clout, and that would be Beck from The Violet Theory. I know I just gushed about it, but Beck is a pirate, and he's suave, and he's sweet, and he's protective, and I just love Beck. I need more Beck in my life. When I thought of him as my fictional boyfriend, was like, I need to read The Violet Theory again. I've read it twice already this year. I need more Beck in my life. So Elodie, if you're watching, I need more Beck. Number 9 is my new favorite character from 2019, and that would have to be Callan from The Siren. I loved Callan. I just thought she was sweet, and she was kind, and she was caring, but she was also kind of a badass because she like broke the rules. And I don't know, I just hadn't read a character like hers in a long time, and I really loved her, and I still love her, and I think her story is just so magical and fun, and I don't know, I just loved how sweet she was, because I feel like we don't get like sweet characters anymore. Like we get like the badass girls, but like she was like sweet and kind and caring, and I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I love her. 10 is a book that made you cry, and honestly, I don't have a book that made me cry this year that I read this year. The one that last made me cry was Even If I Fall by Abigail Johnson, but I read that in December. But I'm gonna go with that one because that's the last book I cried with. I'm not a huge book crier. I'm not that kind of person. Movie crier? Definitely. Book crier? Not really. But yeah, Even If I Fall, if you haven't heard me gush about it, honestly, just go buy it. Just go get this book, cry with me. I love this book and I love Abigail Johnson's writing. Number 11 is a book that made you happy. Now this is a recent read, and that would be Twilight. I recently reread Twilight, and I loved this book all over again. I fell back in love with Twilight. I'm so excited to get to New Moon. And the reason is because it brought back all the feelings that I had when I read it 10 years ago, and all the times I went and saw the movies, and I got to talk about it on my vlog. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. That was really fun. And Twilight. If you haven't reread Twilight lately, I really highly suggest it, because I think vampires are coming back in style. I know tons of people who are rereading it, and I don't know, I just think it's a fun book to reread and see if you still enjoy like you did when you first read it. Number 12 is the most beautiful book cover that you've bought this year, and that would have to be Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. Oh my gosh, this book is so gorgeous. Okay, first the cover. This is what it looks like. But then, there's more. Okay, this is what really sold me on it. It's a red book. It says Let Them Fear Her, and then like the spine. The spine on the jacket cover is also very cool. It's like an old book with the girl on it. Oh, I can't. I have not read this book yet. I need to. Also, like the end pages. Can we talk about who designed this book and where are they in the world? Because I just want to like hug them, because this is the most gorgeous thing I've seen in a really long time. I mean, there's a lot of gorgeous books, but like the overall presentation of this book, the jacket sleeve, the inside of the book, and the naked cover, like, you outdid yourself. Who published this? Wednesday Books. You outdid yourself. And number 13 is what books you still need to read this year. And those are the Renegade series. They're sitting right here on my top shelf. I really need to read those books because I have the first two. The third one comes out this year, and I just need to read them so I'm prepared for the third one, because I've heard so many good things about them. I met Marissa Myers when she came for Arch Enemies, and she signed my book, and like, I just need to read them. I need to get into that world. I know I will love it. I'm in such like a superhero kind of kick because of all the Marvel movies that have been coming out, so I need to read them, and I need to get on with the series because I'm kind of embarrassed I haven't read them yet. So that was the mid-book freakout tag. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know down below, and if you did it, let me know so I can go watch yours, because I love seeing everyone else's answers to this tag. It's kind of ridiculous how many videos I've watched of this in the past like 2 days because I've just been obsessed with this tag. But I will see you guys next time in Wonderland, loves. Bye!